Someone say Kalalali How, Bashim Yoshai, Bashim Kakodash. The one as to the elders and apostles of Grimstone, and salutations to all the brothers, pushing this work in all sincerity and in all truth. I'm the brother Yahya from JMS Kingston, Jamaica Camp, here once again with a quick lesson. And this one is based off the Gleaner article dated December 31st, entitled Watch Night Tug of War. Now, pretty much to give you a small summary of what the article is talking about, it's pretty much talking about the decision by majority to choose secular events over the Watch Night service, which is an annual event that marks the beginning of a new year. Now, the Watch Night service is traditional because a lot of people, mark the new year by stepping out with the mentality of being protected by the Heavenly Father, right? By protected by God or by some higher power. Now, what is happening in this current society is that more and more people are opting to choose secular events such as parties, stage show, dancehall events instead of going to churches to mark the beginning of a new year, right? According to them, we already know that this January the 1st is not actually a new year in the grand scheme of how the Heavenly Father set it up, but that is how they mark it, because we already know that the Gregorian calendar is messed up, it's not according to the orders that the Heavenly Father has structured it. So, but this is how they do it in this society, and it shows in mostly the mentality of individuals, right? So because these individuals, they would rather mark it within the churches, it shows the zeal. It shows that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge, as it refers to in the book of Romans chapter 10 verse 2, right? But what is happening now is that zeal that people would have, that fear that they would have of the Heavenly Father, is waxing worse and worse, because more people are choosing to go to the Vybz Kartel concert, or to go to the Sizzla concert, or to go to some other major event, you see me, rather than to go to the churches. And that is what this article is talking about, right? So it shows you the mentality of people today. It shows you that the zeal is waning within majority of individuals nowadays, and that is according to the scriptures. Scriptures tell you in the book of Second Ezra chapter 5. I start at verse 1. It says, Nevertheless, as concerning tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall increase above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Right? So iniquity are increasing and faith is reducing. Right? A lot of people over the years would rather to go to the watch night service because within their mind, right, having that zeal, they believe that it's a form of protection from evil, a form of protection from the woes of the coming year. They believe that it's somewhat trying to lead a new year from a moral standpoint, right? But that is decreasing now. The mentality is that a lot of people don't have the fear of the Heavenly Father anymore, and that zeal that they used to have is waning. All right, and that is what the article is talking about. Right? When you read into the article, it says Dr. Elaine McCarthy, chairman of the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, is criticizing Jamaicans for opting to attend secular events to ring in the new year rather than participating in the traditional watch night service at church. It marks the beginning of a new year, right? A year in which we don't know what lies ahead, right? As we have already said, we already know that this isn't actually a new year according to Heavenly Father, to the Heavenly Father system, right? The new year is like the beginning of spring, and right now we're going into the heart of winter, so this cannot be a new year, you see me? But in their minds, it is, and it shows the mentality, shows the zeal of individual nowadays. So reading again, it says, it marks the beginning of a new year, a year in which we don't know what lies ahead. And in the past, we have been known as a nation that fears God, but in recent years, I don't think that is so because of some of the events that are being planned. So it's been noted that the mentality of individuals nowadays is not in the fear of the Heavenly Father. The fear of the Heavenly Father has far been removed from the minds of these people, right? Due to their actions of choosing secular events over going to the church with the mentality that if them don't go to church, right, some form of evil are going to befall them, right? It says, yes, they might throw a little bit of what they call gospel, but to me, that is really a cover. McCarthy told the Gleaner, right? The watch night service held on New Year's Eve is a tradition observed in most churches. It is believed to have originated with English theologian and principal leader of the Methodist movement, John Wesley. In 1733, he urged Christians to have a service as a means of renewing their Christian commitment to God. The practice has been observed annually by many Christians since then. But McCarthy noted that over the years, the tradition of participating in the watch night service was not limited to devout Christians. So she realized that from them time there, coming up into the years, it wasn't only observed by devoted Christians. Devoted meaning those individuals who go to church, 3 to 4 times a week. Them fully involved in the church life, but it was also followed by individuals who were what they call worldlians. The Pentecostal people would call them worldlians. You understand? So that's some of the people who will go to church. Them will do them foolishness right through the year, go to them party right through the year. But on this particular day, they would go to church. They would say, "Oh, them fear the Heavenly Father, so therefore them want to bring in the new year upon a righteous footing." And some of them would actually try to maintain some form of commitment to the Christian faith, air quotes, faith, for some period of time in the new year. You understand? But right now, them realize that is not the case anymore. Even some of the people that were devout Christians, them have become worldlians. That is the movement that is happening right now. You see me? It's moving away from the churches. You see me? We know that the church have for them, they are not according to the doctrine of the Heavenly Father. Right? We know that already, but it shows the zeal. That is the point. When you think about it, it shows the zeal and the mentality of individuals within society. It says, first time, no matter where people are, when you see it coming minutes to midnight and you're at church, you would see them come around the church. But you don't really see much of that anymore, she said. Right? So close to midnight, you see them draw closer to the church because of that fear. You understand? But you don't see that anymore, man. You see me? To the point where them say, yo, when them go to these dancehall events and whatever, because that's what these dancehall events use to trick some of these people. Them use the mentality to say, all right, then them gonna have a little bit of gospel concert here and there. A little bit of gospel music here and there to trick the mind, say, yo, them might do something. They might do something. They might do something in relation to God, right? But that's not the case. It's actually like I think the word is a farce. You understand? So as I was saying, it's actually a farce. So these people believe it in their minds that they are not doing anything wrong. But the scripture tells you, in the book of Titus, Titus 1 and 15, it says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind is and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Right? So these people is living from the mentality of going to church and worshiping God, right, to going to these secular events and believing that them are worship God and nothing wrong with it, but them are doing demonic rituals. Some of them are participating in things that are fully evil, man. These songs that them sing at these events, man, is fully evil. You see me? Some of the symbolism that takes place at some of these events, fully evil, man. You understand? So the mind defiled in thinking that, the little section of gospel music is going to show that their mentality is with God when they are fully not with the Heavenly Father. You understand? And that is similar to what was happening in the land of Egypt back then. Back in the land when them come out of Egypt and go into the land of Israel. You see me? Some of the things that they were doing, them believe so them still a follow after the righteousness of God. But them actually forsake the Heavenly Father in them deeds and them actions. Right? In the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15, it says what? It says, "But Joshua waxed fat and kick. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation." Saying, so people get in a state of comfort when the scripture say waxing fat. It's that comfort that them get. You see me? Over the years, they have not been greatly punished, evidently by the Heavenly Father, right? Because we know the Heavenly Father increased evil upon earth. But these people don't see that the punishment and the destruction will come from the Heavenly Father. So them continue to do evil, man. You see me? And that is why we have individuals in the state that they are today, man. They will go greater and greater into the state of evil and having an evil mindset and having their mind darkened greatly, yo. And that is why the destruction is coming. When you go down into this verse, it basically tell you, says what? They provoke him to jealousy with strange God, with abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrifice unto devils, not to God, to gods which they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten God that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughter. Right? And that is what has happened over the years, man. Over the years, their deeds has provoked the Heavenly Father, and they are leading into a state of destruction. That is what happened in the land, in the land of Canaan. Them follow after strange gods. Them follow after the rituals and customs of the heathen. And that's why the Heavenly Father had to kick them out of the land, scatter them through the four corners of earth. Right? They are not doing anything different from what they did in the land of Israel when they got that land. You see me? So right now they might do the same level of wickedness. They have become comfortable in that doing that wickedness, and them constantly astray from the Heavenly Father, as you can see it from this symbolic frame of point, from where they are opting to go from going to churches, although we know that the churches is still not of the standards of the Heavenly Father. It does show the zeal, right? It does show the zeal, you see me? But not according to knowledge. So they might do something that shows that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. And they are straying from that zeal, and the zeal is waxing worse and worse, right? And they are going fully into the state of darkness, where them start to go to these secular parties, right? And where this is demonstrating that they don't have any more fear of the Heavenly Father anymore. They don't have any more mentalities to dwell on a spiritual platform or to go into a spiritual frame of mind, man. You see me? And these are signs that are marking the time of the end and the pending destruction of this current society. So with that, I want to say Kalalal Yahweh, Bashemi Oshai, Bashemi Karakudash, the one to the elders and apostles of Graham Stone, and salutations to all the brothers, pushing this work in all sincerity and in all truth. Shalom.